I'm quarantined. Child advocacy, guardian ad litem, or an amicus attorney is a field solely to represent the child that is abused or in a complex court situation. I also want to speak about the events that occurred that made this career in such high demand. To inform my audience about how this career can serve as a platform, per scripture, for God's values, such as justice, compassion to the poor and oppressed. Job 31.6, judge me by my honest scales. God has proof of my integrity. November 24, 1999 refers to the day that President Clinton implemented the Adoption and Safe Families Act. President Clinton's humanitarian effort was to save the abused and neglected children lost in the foster care system. This drive of the initiative was to offer cash bonuses to states, $4,000 to $6,000 for every child that was adopted out of the foster care system, and the goal of doubling the adoptions by 2002. Since this initiative began, the numbers have actually since quadrupled. Children are abused. 1 in 4 children are abused in a month. 702,000 children are abused in the United States and have a case pending within state's court or CPS for pending removal. 75% of all marriages end in divorce. Most CPS custodies, cases, and termination of parental rights began with a civil divorce and a kinship placement. Civil proceedings don't automatically afford an attorney for litigants in civil cases. I've been a volunteer through CASA for many years. I started my own independent family advocacy, which not only helps the abused child, but also the innocent parent. The innocent parent would be those that CPS wrongfully accused. I am also a mother of a sexually abused child, and my grandson was murdered in 2015 in a domestic violence situation. I've helped many families through the various stages of DCS investigation, and I've also been an advocate for many children in complex situations. I am also a pre-law student at Liberty University with the goal of better understanding the law to help serve families that I come in contact with. The effects of molestation or abuse of a child is a horrific event. CPS chooses a parent to believe or a parent to make that reason to believe about, regardless if the caseworker is wrong or if it's their opinion or not. In more than half the cases, the suit was a result of a divorce. The parental termination was a result in more than half of the divorces. The child was then placed for adoption. In many of the cases, the child was returned to the abuser, and the child was further abused, which resulted in serious injuries or even death. If you desire to protect a child or the life, or choose to protect a family and the future of the family, family advocacy may be the career choice for you. Removals across the nation, and the numbers of DCF removals began to rise. Caseworkers began to profit from all the successful adoptions. A vast array of parents from all economic statuses were targeted by CPS. No standing for litigants to intervene in personal divorces without having proper representation under the guise of a civil litigation. But really, in reality, it was money enterprise classified as a RICO by federal law. These numbers began to rise in family courts. The goal of encouraging adoptions out of the foster care system, the development of best practice guidelines, models to encourage fast tracking of children out of the adoption center who have not yet reached the age of 1. A significant emotional tie with the foster parent would be the reason to be used, but significant emotional ties to a child's biological family never comes into the equation. Family courtrooms are being instituted into legal RICOs and subsidized by the government and not required to offer legal representation to all litigants because of the rules of civil procedure. RICO was developed for the mafia, racketeering, influence, corrupt organization. Recent allegations of corruption and violations of many constitutional laws and civil rights are being instituted against state judges to stop their appointments and the courtroom from participating in fraudulent schemes to defraud civil litigants of their children. A litigant with no knowledge of the law put against a courtroom of seasoned attorneys does not stand a chance. Civil rules of procedure do not allow litigants automatically an attorney. These situations are numerous and undetectable because the litigant has no idea that their rights are being violated. And if they do have an idea that their rights are being violated, they have no remedy or legal definition to describe what's being done to them. Amicus Attorneys versus Amicus Adlitem's guardian ad litems. PRIDES was an organization that was dedicated to the advocacy of family, and not only helps the children that are abused, but also helps the innocent parent. Family advocacy from an unaffiliated agency provides a solution to a serious problem, and it compels the court to apply the law correctly. Guardian ad litems, attorney ad litems. Guardian ad litems are not attorneys, but can act as an advocate to speak on behalf of the child. Attorney ad litems can act and provide legal advice for the child and also a parent that has been affected that has no representation. A law guardian's sole purpose is to create a good outcome for the child, and maybe the only person that can offer an unbiased opinion. Amicus attorney's role is being the eyes and ears of the court. It is important to know that the Amicus attorney does not have an attorney-child relationship and provides legal services to the court and not to the child. In closing, I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining me here in my quarantine and helping educate you on this career problem. The chance of you or a close family member becoming in contact with CPS is 2 to 4. The chance of a marriage with children ending in divorce is 75%. The CPS can receive an anonymous tip for anybody out of spite or any other reason, and your personal life or your lifestyle can become into the caseworker's reason to take your child away. Cries of family advocacy protects the needs of the family and the interests of the child, not the best interests of the court, to uphold the law. I am currently in this field, and I plan to stay currently in this field. Thank you, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.